Encore challenge accept. Then let's do this. 20th position for myself is about to begin by the rolling start in 3 seconds, and go green by the first lap will queue out to have the field map to be set and play. Here comes the first turn. Got to keep it steady up and bring out the power to go up and forward. I have a good eye on Daniel Solis in the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3. Coming in on turn 2, then overtake before pull the brake towards turn number 3. That's more like it, giving a good kind of a French racing vehicle to have a right place to be in the French racing circuit to go fictional. First sector clear, now going proceed on sector number 2 to be on the right turn by number 5, then pull the brake to be at the 6th turn. Very much more similar to the GT by Citroën race car Group 3 from the full walkthrough. This one for the weekly challenge when I was using the RS01 GT3 2016 is very challenging, go competitive, and face up with some other Group 3 cars to have the strategy to go either between the first or second pit stop that you really might need to get yourself to save up enough strategy with the fuel. But the tire is very much more important to have a perfect way to be mastered on endurance racing. So I got my group coming in and keep the racing line to be check and motion. So I have a good eyes on Adam Wilk. He's on the 16th position before I'm about to go overtake on T. Yamanaka and Emily Jones. 16th position coming in. Now let's catch up to the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 by the next sector on number 4. Okay, there we go. Just have to keep that brake zone to be cleared and make it to the inside right at the apex. Safe and clear before enter to be a left turn on the bridge. Okay, time to bring out the go full pace and bring out the gap distance to be decreased by 30.5 seconds to go. 5th sector, and let's do on the S turns to go on the right turn without the apex and the left with using the apex. Okay, very good effort pace to stay behind with the Corvette, then overtake. Half circle is doing well to be performed on the cue of the line racing corner technique. Then here comes the 6th sector. Just have to stay focused and be on the main reminder to be remained by over 30 seconds by the decimal mark. Okay, I still got this and have the final turn to go exit at the 90-degree angle. So first lap is now being checked and go to the second lap by having a 76% in the fuel. Efficient, precision, and moderation skill to keep it well handled to stay on top of the main position to go finishing up in 3rd place or higher. Okay, I see Mikhail Hisal in the Subaru WRX Group 3, followed by M. Mendoza in the Aston Martin B12 Vantage GT3 2012. It's backing on to Sector 2. Faster lap time, I did good by 3 minutes, 9.762 seconds. Okay, gonna have to keep it front and center. Just have to keep trying and keep my cool to be well maintainable and keep it competent. Okay, still doing well by 30 seconds. Now it's going to be at 28.8 seconds. Got to go dive in, overtake the WRX Group 3, then let's go slipstream quicker to be on the B12 Vantage GT3. Alright, finally got the opening, and there's going to be having one less contact without having a clean race bonus to be serving up by the double. But practice will always have to make it right and get strategized if you're about to be proven to be racing on the A course on circuit designed to Clorix. Okay, I see Battlefield Gallo in the Castro Mugen NSX 2000 coming in by the 12. Let's get in there and kick it up to the high gear and French racing style. Okay, it's going to be back on to 28 seconds by a decimal of 0.2. I need to go faster and keep the maintained fuel to hold out longer. That's how the first 4 laps might need to be tested and get practice to have the 4th lap to be serving up to be on the first pit stop. And there goes. Battlefield Gallo is going on the outside turn and shake it by having a quick recovery. Alright, very good. 12th position, then 11 more Group 3 cars to go. Hook, Racing Line, and Seeker. Okay, back on to Sector 6. It's doing well nicely. The UDRS French racing team Spirit of the RS01 GT3 is doing much more better to be exactly to be having a hard racing compound tires to be designed for endurance. That's how every race of the Group 3 category will always have to be get it done and chosen to be well rostered. Now third lap coming in. Just have to keep going and keep my hopes will have to stay much longer. There's supposed to be beer boards on the 2020 Mercedes-AMG GT3. Got to stay behind with Ryota Kokuban in the Mazda RX Expedition GT3 concept, Mazda Spirit Racing variation. Okay, gonna have to keep it maintained pace and get back up. More handling, more speed will do some better ways to go. Okay, it's gonna have to take the same usual part of the routine. 28 seconds is still ongoing. I know you guys really think about the strategy of the race when taking part on the 8 course of Scientific Chlorix is all about to have one pit stop by having 4 laps will do the first and second wave. But I'm just getting myself to do some tests of experiment to see how longer it takes. Just have to give it for only one event appraisal to have myself to be proven to be tested. So just have to go by almost to be in the half tank. 10th position is in the middle of the grid. Okay, coming into the lap and overtake Kokuban's RX Expedition GT3 concept. Then let's get back in to be at the 4th sector. That's the ticket. Got a good eye on the Lexus RCF GT3 driven by Katana Kawakami. I see it right now. Just hold the line in and keep it together. Angel Inestrosa is already in on the 2nd position, followed by Martin Grady at the 1st. Igor Fraga is on the 3rd position as well. Let's keep my good hopes and strategy effort to do the main usual way after by having a first attempt to be well tested to be entered in the 3rd week of October. Okay, gonna have to keep it together. Hold the line together. Alright, I'm in. Now back on to the 6th sector. I still have 7 more Group 3 cars left to go to catch up with Takuma Minasono in the Subaru BRZ GT300 and Simon Bishop in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3. Much more good, thrill, and impressive. Okay. Now let's see how the 4th lap will be entered to have the first pit stop before at the end of the current lap will be get situated. But you'll have to find out soon. I'm just really have to get amp up and get shape up to do the racing line of success, and the possibility we'll have to go embrace it to endless. Just only one race by one event is very more tested to see how longer it takes. Just have to get myself for one pitch perfect dream and go by 21.6 seconds to be decreased to be on the short effect. So there it is right now, 20.7 seconds to go remaining. Okay, I see Ed Portilla in the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R is on the 4th. Got to go to the 3rd sector, resume, and keep my RS01 GT3 will go French Racing competitive. Okay, just have to be patient and wait and get closer to the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R. Coming onto the right, and Q overtake to catch up by exactly in 17.9 seconds to go. Almost there. This race is about to get much more strategized to go by either of the choice or gonna have to go for an extra lap by the risk. So I had to be patient and think about with choosing the right choice of the strategy. That's how it is. Every Group 3 car will have to take a choice of risk to go faster and make it much more design of endurance. So coming back at the branch entrance and down to 16.6 seconds. So it's coming back to the 5th sector. Just have to be patient and wait until 5.6 seconds to catch up to Igor Fraka's current position. Fuel is at 30%, and this will have to go down by having a right call of the signal to be labeled to be using on the hard compound racing tires to stay on track, or just have to be using to switch it to a different tire compound to be on the balance and quick faster to be on qualifying session. So I had to choose wisely. The next lap is about to go for having a slight risk. Okay, Martin Grady is at the pits. Now for Angel Inestrosa and Igor Fraka. But furthermore, to have two drivers are about to go proceed to the 5th lap as I'm moving on to be in the 3rd position. Okay, here it goes, and 5th lap will be called out by the risk. So I had to use it wisely. It also to be down by 24% left to go to catch up to the Porsche 911 RSR and Igor Fraka's Lexus RCF GT300 race car variation. Let's go passive and deacceleration to go check and motion. As of Sector 1 check and clear, now currently moving on to Sector 2. The Renault Sport RS01 GT3 might be going to be a bit more challenging to be on the tough risk. But I'm very sure a bit for every 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go update by a decimal in 0.230. It's only down to 20%. Let's kick it up in the high gear and partially to be maintained on hold. Let's go slipstream and let's jet. Come on, acceleration, don't fail me now. Finally overtake Igor Fraka's Lexus RCF GT3 2017 as a GT300 race car, then coming in to swoop in to pass on over to be in the right turn on Sector 4 to catch up to Angel Inestrosa's Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017. It's about to get closer, and there it is to be on the right spot to get nearly there by the 1st position. Almost there. Just have a one-on-one mid-engine showdown between Renault Sport and Porsche to go for the battle of 1st place. That's more like it. Back onto the 5th sector Then let's get back to being an S turn, slow and steady, and passive to go French-tastic racing line technique. Come on, I still barely got this in the bag, and keep it motion to go finishing up to be in the first position, and then the first 5 laps will turn this race around to go by reinforcement. Okay, here's the notification before I enter the pits. That's I'm about to go to, and get ready up to have a Racing Stop compound tires will pull out and unleash it to bring out enough horsepower acceleration to get on the line. Have my team to get myself prepared and ready up. 1 tire change and go from hard compound into Racing Stop is now being labeled on the check. So good thing 3 drivers are about to be putting up on racing medium tires, which is very good and suitable for balance. Alright, that should be good enough. Time to get back in the track and go drop down to be stopped at the 5th position after Bossby Boris overtakes as well. 6th lap, then 2 more to go. Now that's what I call a patient time to go upper hand and bring out the better compound racing tires to go from the hard to the soft. 6th lap will go out lap in the meantime and total gap by 8.9 seconds to go. Brilliant strategy to have the first 5 laps will keep on hold with using the Fuel Map 6 and hard racing tires until you had to stay on in to be maintained on the grip to be using on the half amount of tank. So I barely got this and just have to keep going and make it more forward to catch up. Just have to get back onto the 3rd position. I'm still barely had to keep a good watchful eye on the self gap in about 4.8 seconds to go to catch up to Angel Inestrosa again. Igor Fraka is on the 2nd position, and that means Martin Grady on the Audi R8 LMS Evolution 2019 is in the lead. Down to 7.4 seconds. Just go kick it up in the high gear and master the main turn to go incoming by sector 4. Okay, the Racing Stop tires is doing well in check. I still barely got this to ace up onto my sleeve. It's about to go for the one-way ticket to be crossing to the bridge and finishing up on the 4th sector to get back onto sector 5. Okay, very good technique to keep it nice and slow on the 3rd gear. Almost there to the Porsche 911 RSR viewers. I still barely might have to catch up to go full turbocharge. Just have to take the next 6 lap. It's about to go finishing up near at the end before the penultimate lap on number 7 will be coming up soon until I still really gonna have to keep up and stay focused to be in a top 3 position. And there we go. Martin Grady is still ongoing by the lead, and I'm about to get back onto the 3rd position to be entered at lap number 7. So come on and proceed forward. I'm waiting for the right moment and just have to get back to be in the 3rd turn corner to be slided and grip on the left. 1st sector cleared to get back to sector 2. Almost there to catch up to Eagle Crockett's current position in the meantime by 0.3 seconds to go. Alright, very good. Now, this will have to bring out to be having a round 2 next battle between the mid-engine Group 3 car for the Renault Sport RS01 GT3 will face up the Audi R8 LMS Evolution 2019. So back onto the third sector and keep pushing to be simple, balanced, and go cornering on the technique skill. Down to 1.4 seconds remaining. We're almost there. It's only down to 47% left and I still barely got this. Okay, now's the time and go overtake. First place again, here I go. Okay, very good. Quickest way to get back to do a simple brake zone and have that decent speed to go slower with some more handling feedback. As of Sector 4 is now being done and clear, just only 2 more sectors to go by the 7th lap, and this will have to bring out to have another round to go for the fresh start after the previous lap from the outrun has got to do it much more check, correction, and maintain strategy of the balance to go where the racing hard compound tires is the key of endurance by using the 4th or the 5th lap at the end by using 1 pit stop available. It's only down to 39%. Just go back to the 6th sector. So take a good look on the grid list if Martin Grady is about to go for the 2nd pit stop. In the meantime, at the end of the 7th lap, as I still currently to be in the 1st position to be moving on to the final lap. I'll have to go to the final corner and stay on the left side of the track to keep it entered to be finished with the number 7 and go entered for the final number 8. Here is the faster lap time, viewers. 3 minutes, 7.799 seconds is good to be marked on the update on the purple highlight. Okay, Martin Grady is still doing good. He's ongoing, and that means few other drivers are about to go, but the 2nd pit stop is now being labeled onto the hard and medium compound tires, if anything possible, to go for having a purpose of strategy to keep themselves together and stay maintained to go holding in to be changed up onto the different grid. It's only down to 32% left, but I still barely got this in the bag and do it right on the get-go. Okay, that should do for only a halfway mark to be entered on Sector 3 in the 8th lap. Just have to go 3 more to go. I still barely have to go ace up to be on the racing skill effort to be mastered for a different Group 3 car with a turbocharge that you guys really might need to get yourself to be proven to be mastered on the 8th course when you're on Circuit D Scientific Chlorix. But not to mention, it might be doing well for the 2nd time after finishing when I was using the GT by Citroën Race Car Group 3 version. Still designed and much more French racing to be well competitive to go face up with some other manufacturer car brands. So it's all done in Sector 3. Now proceed on to the 4th sector again. The tires are doing well. It's gonna have to go by 75% left to go remaining. Now let's bring out more power and give it to 1. Just have to keep it nice and neat and conserving on the fuel to go remaining. Okay, 2 more sectors to go. Number 5 is now on the list. Got to stay ahead and beat my lap time to go achieve by the podium. Okay, it's all clear from number 5 sector. Number 6 in the final sector is now going in. So I had to give it all I got, and that should be it for now. More speed, more power, and more sliding grip is all I need to be well handled. So here comes the checkered flag, and this will bring out the encore on race number 5 in the 3rd week of October for the weekly challenge. Is now being well done and received to be settled by having an encore moment. That's more like it, and solid first place on the Renault Sport RS0301 GT3 2016. Very more indeed to be categorized to be seeing how the one-make race vehicle and actually to go for the total time by 25 minutes, 37.903 seconds. But it might be doing well matter to have the early 8 lap to go faster by 3 minutes, 7.783 seconds by a receipt of the standard earning by 200,000 GT credit. So it's all done for now, and going currently to be at on 86,050,244 GT credits. Now then, onto the replay image to go for playback and have a captured thumbnail image. So this one is going to be a perfect moment to be seen on the view when entered onto the bridge. Just have to wait for it and go into the middle. Well, perhaps that might be quite giving a good perspective idea to have this one. Maybe that would be a very good idea to have this one and do it right here. So I guess that's it is. So that will be doing the FIP content replay to be saved, and there you go. So for the next day until now, I just went down to do a stop-by visit at Sport Mode after finishing from the same track by using the Genesis X Grand Racer Vision GT concept that turns out to be challenging, harder, and much more built to be hybrid to be labeled to be using on the turbocharged and supercharger altogether. But good thing, time of the remaining is about to go down in about 5 hours left until the 4th week is about to be coming up soon, and main date before at the end of October, which is the day of Halloween. But just you wait folks, Halloween is just yet to be remain days away until the 31st will be coming up to be on the marked date. But 7 reward tickets is now available before heading back to the GT garage. Will have myself to go for having a last call before on to the next week. So I'll have to start out to have 1 6-star, 5 4-star, and 1 3-star roulette ticket. Got to remember to start out with a rarity type in order. Let's begin to have 1 single prize, 3.1 kinds of the credit or vehicle. So there you go, 1 good better fortune of chance to be at 100,000 GT credit, common type on the rarity goal. So this will have to bring out to have more currency credit to get back onto 90 million. So this will have to bring out to have 1 extra surprise that I just took a stop by from the Legend Card dealership. So here is the first 4-star ticket is number 1. Well, got to admit, 1 part received, and this is going to be having a fully customizable computer for the Nissan GT-R safety car version. Number 2 of the 4-star ticket coming up. Let's see some good choices of the prize. On second dot, the Tesla Model 3 is now being received by the prize, is now going on the bronze rarity. But it's already been added to the car index that you guys really might need to get this one for having a 1, 2, 3, or 4-star roulette ticket by having a matter of choices. So 55 collector points acquired, then stored in the garage. So next up, 4-star ticket number 3. Bring out some good Lady Luck of the currency credits. Okay, too quick, too soon. that should be having a 30,000 Gran Turismo credit. Very good average, and just have to keep your hopes to have a 1 million GT credit by next time. Now for the number 4 4-star ticket coming up. Man, so close. So freaking close to have 100,000 or a million GT credit. Just have to keep try harder next time, and just have to go and keep filling up with some more 4-star roulette tickets. But if possible, sometimes having a hard choice of rarity choice to see how you might need to get a 5-star or a 6-star roulette ticket by the common type. But very closer to have one new swap engine until I just end up receiving by a racing muddler compatible for the Maserati Gran Turismo S 2008. Okay, here comes the 6-star roulette ticket in the engine type category from the extra menu. Let's open and find out what it is. Just give me one best choice of the engine. Alright, 1 of 5 chance of the swap engine that will be going by with a Jaguar SJR9 swap engine. That should be good enough, and that will be it for today by having 7 roulette tickets by a single week. So folks, this week is all 4 in road cars and 1 for race car for the 3rd week of October on 2024 as a weekly challenge. Very competitive, challenging, and go all in by having a 4th round at Grand Valley Highway 1 for the BAC Moto as a 1A category, along with Historic Sports Car Master in a south reverse direction to be take place to be on the late afternoon and early evening at the dusk. But very good to have some exactly to have one race to go for the encore when I was using the Renault Sport RS01 GT3 2016. Very well competitive to have a UDRS in Sportec livery to go style and French racing livery to go for having a one good fortune to be well style of a French racing motorsport. But almost forgot to show you something that I just got myself, a Porsche 911 GT1 Strashen version 1997. But take a good look. It's already been registered to the car index, and this road car is now becoming a midship category to be quite good exactly and give a substitute to be serving up as a racing vehicle. But it still has a characteristic to have a road car because of the homologation model is now being part to be labeled as a GT1 class. But take a good look at the sound of the engine, and I just really love to try it out before the next day as I'm about to wrap this up at the end of the video. So in the meantime, I'll have to get myself prepared before tomorrow is going to be the final week of October before at the end of the month, which is the celebration of Halloween. That's why this was to find out to have some 5 events that you guys have already noticed so far out there to give a preview. But after all, it's all about to have my absence by 1 month later until my return will be coming back in to be at December, so I have some major upcoming content videos that you guys really might need to keep a good watchful eye out to go for the complete edition as an encore. So just wait viewers, I'll still be here and just have to keep a good watchful eye out on some upcoming posts to be on the community tab on my channel. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. We'll join to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super things as an extra will support and grow. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.